Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. I've been asked recently by several people to show some things I've been working on, as well as some sketchbooks, and I thought I would take a few minutes and do that today. So here's one of my newer pieces. It's a mixed media piece. I have it on a cradled wood panel, and it's a 10 inch by 10 inch. Actually, a lot of the ones I'm going to show you are on these 10 inch by 10 inch cradled wood panels, because I was doing a bunch of them to submit to a show, and I'll show you the ones that got accepted into the show. Here's one that, or actually a couple of them. So this was a completely different painting. This was a diptych that I was working on, and underneath this there are actually two paintings that just didn't work out. So I got to a point where I thought, I'm just going to cover it up and put some flowers on there. This particular one, I actually really like the way that it turned out, so I'll probably leave that one. This one, you can see I'm already playing a little bit with some Posca markers, but I thought this would be a good one to play with, maybe some homemade, some hot glue gun stencils, and just kind of play around with it and see what I can make of that one. So I also have, let's see, here is another one that actually I have a video on this, but it looks different now. So I did a video on this one, and I'll put a link to that video in the description. But I just, felt like it was not where I wanted it to be. So I just started playing with it and covering it up. This is still kind of a work in progress. But again, cradled wood panel. And then this one here, again, another painting underneath that I was working on, and yeah, honestly, I got kind of bored with it. So I just took some yogurt cups and things and just made some rough circles around it and just started playing with it. That one's still kind of in process as well. Let me show you the ones that are going to be in the show in August. So this one here, it might look familiar. I did a video recently based on this one. This is the one that's in the video. You can see the similarities between the two of those. But I liked how this one turned out, and some of the techniques that I used to get some of these droplets. So I went ahead and did another one and really like this. But this is going to be in a show in August, and this one here as well, which I showed in that video. Kind of has a look of a mesa. I've got some acrylic skins in there for some of this color up here and some texture. But that one, actually, speaking of acrylic skins, as I lifted these up, this is one that I just recently peeled off of one of my palettes. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. It's a nice big chunk. So let's see, a few things I'm working on. I actually have this one here that I did a video for. I haven't released it because I'm not sure that I'm real happy with this one. But at the moment, I'm letting it sit to see if I want to continue with this and continue working on it or not. But I should have a video out on this one pretty soon. But it's got some great texture in there, and you can see this the sheen of this bronze paint. If I can get the right angle, there we go. In here that I just played with a little bit. This was, let's see, this bronze paint that someone gave me. My mother-in-law gave that to me for Christmas, and I've had a lot of fun playing with that one. So let's see. Here's actually one I just found that is one that this is a canvas that I have used to clear my palette several times, and I thought, well, this, it's a great background to do a painting on, but I've had a hard time actually painting over it because I like the way this looks. It's very raw and incomplete, but I do like the way that looks. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with that one or not. I probably will end up doing something with it, but at this point I'm kind of leaving that be. So here's what I'm working on. It's very similar to one I did a video on. let's see, it's a companion piece to, here we go, to this one here that I did a video on. Very similar style and technique, but I just got the basic layer down, the textures, and now I need to start playing with the paint a little bit on that one. So, and actually I have a much larger piece. I think it's a 20 by 20, I believe, piece that I'm going to be working on another one of these as well. And let's see, let me grab a couple of sketchbooks here. Some of these, I have so many sketchbooks, and I use them quite often. This probably has some even older things. I've been using some of these for over a year because I probably have 10 different sketchbooks. This is one just didn't work out, so I decided to just kind of clear my palette. Mixed media piece would be a great one to come back to and play with or use as a background. Again, just quick warm-ups playing. This was one in a video. Playing with some charcoal and paint, just from real quick, rough kind of sketches. Another one that just didn't work out real well, so I just tried to make some interest. So when I come back to this one and play with it for a background, I've really got something to work with there. Just playing with charcoal here. Another one that didn't work out. So you're getting to see in here that you know, you see on these videos, I'm showing you ones that typically I think worked out well, but I have plenty that don't work out. Torn paper collage, flower. This is one, I might have, yeah, actually this one as well. So these are I have videos, I believe doing this one, but this is in there. And I ended up making a 36 by 48 inch canvas painting. I'll actually try and get that on at the end of this video here, based on these. And I really like the way that canvas turned out. So I'll make sure to get it on there. The light's pretty saturated in here this morning, so might have to make some adjustments. But looks like a lot of these are just my daily collage warm-ups. Yeah. So I do this every day. I just take 3 pieces of paper. I have piles of paper, and I try and do a collage with just 3 pieces of paper, and I can use, I tear the paper, I can use it as many times, each of those as many times on these as I want. But I believe that this is all, yeah, I think I'll grab another sketchbook here. But this is a great way to warm up, just kind of not think, it doesn't matter. I give myself 12 minutes to do 4 of them. And it's a great opportunity to play with composition and colors, trying to find colors that work together. And I have some of these collage papers that just, they're not real pretty, but when you start working with them on here, you really can, really kind of find how nice looking they are, some of them. But anyway, let me grab a different one here. I think those are all more of those collage papers, and I'm knocking my lights over here. So this is, yeah, wow, this is an older one. Some of these are from, yeah, these are from last year. Doing some warm-ups, playing with different colors and ideas for thumbnails. Another one didn't work out, but I think this looks like a great one to come back to and again use as a background or just play a little bit more with that. This is one, yeah, I've got a video on that one as well, or more representational. Well, yeah, these are. This is from about a year ago, actually. Some of these ones didn't work out well. Got a video on that as well. Another one that I like the look of this, but a great opportunity with a background. So yeah, I did a lot of videos from this one sketchbook. Ash, on a roll here. This one is, let's see if I. And so I did a video on this. This was a video with a prompt. This was my 3rd attempt at it. And this is the very first one I did. I was trying to play with shapes. I tried it again with this, liked some things about this, so I kind of came back and played with it again in a prompt. I think this was a 15-minute prompt, and I really like this one, how it turned out. Again, practicing some sunflowers with movement. I think I've got a video on that one as well. This was just kind of a fun one, playing around, and then taking some spray paint. I cut out a little stencil with just cardboard, and played with that. Again, just kind of scribbling with I think this is, yep, that's oil pastel. So let me, pardon me, let me go get some of these big paintings here and show you those. All right, so here's one I've been working on. I believe this is a 24-inch by 30-inch. It has become a lot more representational than I was expecting, but I used a stencil, homemade stencil with a hot glue gun in here, and did a wash over that, and really like how that's turned out so far. And then some tissue paper, getting some little kind of squiggly marks in here with Posca markers, and just adding a bunch of different color and playing around with this, just to see, you know, what I can do with it. I've got some bits of thicker paint in some areas, and you know, again, I just keep putting this up on my palette, on my canvas, and playing with it. I have no real intention or expectations with this. It's just play, and so far it's a blast. Let me grab another big piece here. So here's the larger piece that was based on those sketches that I showed you. Those were warm-ups, and I kind of spent a little more time with this one, trying to get a little bit more form with some of the shapes in here, but I was really pleased with how this one turned out. But the light is a little saturated in here today, so I'll grab one more here. All right, so here's another large piece. So these are 36 by 48 inches. This is also based on a warm-up painting that I did. I have a video for that. I'll leave that in the description. But the kind of fun part about this is when light comes in at certain times of the day, these lighter parts kind of really light up. And then when there's not light, that whole side is dark. You still see a little bit of the light, but it's really kind of a fun piece when you have different lighting for that one. So, but thank you for watching, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, feel free to subscribe, and any comments or questions, feel free to leave those for me. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day, and keep on painting.